The second ancestral elder was also crying. Tell us what you want us to do. We will change. Please stop cutting. Yifeng replied arrogantly. I'll see if there's anything else you're lacking. He then pointed at the third ancestral elder. Take note. First, tear down all the dwellings in the 10,000 Flowers Valley. They are built with ordinary toxic plants and are useless. Next, uproot most of the toxic herbs planted in the 10,000 Flowers Valley. They are too common. The second ancestral elder was devastated. We worked so hard to grow these in just 2 hours. The entire 10,000 Flowers Valley was dismantled, leaving only a few pillars. Yifeng earned 1.8 million Prodigal points and 9 Heavenly Tao tokens. He planned to collect 18 tokens and take the Star Soul sect members out for a day. Before leaving, Yifeng warned the ancestral elders. I will take care of all your toxic plants. Make sure you cure my disciples' difficulty in squandering. The second ancestral elder responded, understood. Please don't come again. Afterward, Yifeng left with Wufang and the others. Today's work is done. Let's head back to the sect. He hadn't checked today's squandering item yet. Upon opening it, he found a painting imbued with the Merciless Sword path containing powerful Merciless Sword intent. Yifeng pondered, how should I deal with this painting? Never mind. Let's find a town to rest in. Maybe inspiration will strike. After a hearty meal in a town, Yifeng was so full he could barely walk. The 9-turn crystal shrimps are delicious when preserved in their original flavor. But why is the side dish in test in sashimi? At that moment, Yifeng noticed someone looking at him and instinctively said, What are you looking at? The indifferent young man by Lei coldly replied, Looking at you, what's it to you? Yifeng's temper flared up. You're asking for trouble, aren't you? Unexpectedly, Bai Lei opened a painting revealing that he had noticed Yifeng practicing the Death Sword intent. The painting contained Death Sword intent and he wanted to sell it to Yifeng. Yifeng was speechless, turns out you're a salesman. Well, this gives me a chance to squander. Bai Lei, acting familiar, sad brother. Are you interested? Just say the word, if not, I'll find someone else. Of course, I'm interested, but I need to check the merchandise first. Bai Lei pointed to a nearby restaurant, let's go in and talk. Meanwhile, an agitated middle-aged man was rushing on his way, exclaiming, My wayward disciple, stealing my paintings again. If you dare to sell it cheaply this time, I'll finish you. At that moment, Yifeng confirmed that the painting indeed contained Death Sword intent. This painting is good, I'll buy it. Name your price. However, Bai Lei simply said, the cost of a meal will do. Yifeng, intent on squandering, protested, that won't do. Such an incredible painting can't just be sold for the price of a meal. Who do you think I am? This response done Bai Lei, is it wrong to sell it cheaply? Yifeng, not wanting to explain further, said, I'm so poor that I only have money left. Name a market price, and I'll pay 10 times that. Unexpectedly, Bai Lei then refused to sell. You're so keen to spend money. Are you sick? If you're sick, I don't have a cure. I'm not selling the painting anymore. At this point, Little Blood stepped forward, blocking Bai Lei and making him sit back down. Seeing Little Blood's strength, Bai Lei no longer dared to be arrogant and respectfully offered the painting to Yifeng for free. Boss, I'll give you the painting, but I really don't know its market value. I stole it from my master. I just don't want to study painting and hope to be expelled by my master, but that old man is too tolerant. Even after I've stolen and sold a dozen of his paintings, he still keeps me hearing this. Yifeng thought of his own painting with a Merciless Sword intent. Since he doesn't want money, it's perfect to trade painting for painting. My painting imbued with sword principles is far more valuable than a painting with mere sword intent. Bai Lei opened Yifeng's painting and saw nothing special. Big brother, why is your painting so ugly? Little wonder he doesn't want to pursue the path of painting. This guy really doesn't know the value of art. Just then, Bai Lei's master burst in. Bai Lei, you ungrateful disciple. Where is my painting? But upon seeing Yufeng, he paused in surprise. The next second, Bai Lei was suddenly attacked by his master. You wasteful. I spent 7 days and nights observing sword cultivators to create a painting imbued with death sword intent. How could you just trade it away? Bai Lei begged him to stop. Master, please don't scold me again. This time I didn't trade the painting for wine, but exchanged it with this brother for another painting. After Bai Lei's unfortunate beating, Yifeng commented, I'm the real Prodigal here. How can he steal my title? After beating Bai Lei, his master smiled at Yifeng. Since you already possessed death sword intent, this painting might not be of much use to you. My foolish disciple knows nothing. How about we exchange the paintings back? I can offer you something extra in return. However, Yifeng, having gained possession of the item, was not inclined to return it. I'm sorry, Senior. Our transaction is already complete. Yifeng smirked and started tearing up the painting in front of Bai Lei's master, quickly reducing it to shreds, much to his dismay. This was one of my favorite 5 paintings. You're just like my unworthy disciple. A prodigal. In fact, even more so, were you born to squander? Yifeng enjoyed these words, feeling complimented. Bai Lei then suggested to his master. Why not take a look at the painting we got in exchange? It might be even more valuable. As Bai Lei opened the painting of Merciless Sword Path, its powerful essence burst forth, leaving Bai Lei's master stunned. It's the sword principle, Merciless Sword Path. Bai Lei, following Yifeng's lead, tore up the Merciless Sword Path painting in front of his master. His master was infuriated. What on earth are you doing? Bai Lei retorted without hesitation, tearing up a painting. What's so great about this lousy drawing? Meanwhile, Yifeng completed his prodigal task and received 10,000 artistic path enlightenment fragments, observing the master and disciple. Yifeng was somewhat speechless. These two seem to be even better at squandering than I am. This can't be tolerated. He then said to Bai Lei, do you know what people call me? Everyone who knows me calls me the strongest prodigal son. No one has dared to outdo me in squandering right in front of me, but you've done it. I think we can continue this game. Bai Lei distinctly responded, Ye brother. No offense, but I have a master who lets me squander as I please. Do you have one? I can easily use precious paintings for squandering. Can you just this lousy painting of yours? My master could paint better than this with the mouth below his body. His master, hearing this, kicked Bai Lei away, exclaiming, who the hell paints with the mouth below their body? It's bad enough you wasted my paintings, but now you're tarnishing my reputation. Believe it or not, when we get back, I'll use my brush to shut the mouth below your body. Then he beat Bai Lei again. You don't study painting, and you don't even realize how precious the painting you just tore up was. You have no right to compete in squandering. Bai Lei, however, refused to admit defeat. So what? No matter how precious the painting, if brother he doesn't dare to tear it, I do. When it comes to squandering, it has to be me. Bai Lei. Yifeng's competitive spirit was now fully ignited. He took out an artistic path in light and MIT fragment, startling both master and disciple. They wondered what was going on. Yifeng motioned for Little Blood to hold Bai Lei down today. I'll show him what real squandering is. At this point, Bai Lei realized what Yifeng was about to do and quickly begged for mercy. Big brother, I was wrong. It's just a vain title. Don't do this. I really don't like painting. Please don't torture me. Yifeng, with a menacing smile, replied, a vain title in my eyes. Being a prodigal son is sacred and inviolable. Bai Lei was held down, hoping to seek help from his master, but his master was more than willing to help hold him down. Need a hand with that, as Bai Lei looked horrified. Yifeng fed him the artistic path in light and MIT fragment. Soon, all 10,000 fragments were absorbed into Bai Lei, who whimpered. I'm not pure anymore. His master spoke disdainfully. You wanted to compete in squandering. Look at him. This is real squandering.